This is Next Century Studios.
Welcome back to the Leading Edge Business Show. I'm Dan Auito, and we are here today with Tampa Bay's premier real estate agent, Aleksandra Marzec. Glad to have you with us, Aleksandra.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.
Let me get right into the questions here. Tell us about yourself and real estate and what you do with it.
Okay, I have been in a business for about 7 years. I'm a broker owner of Florida Suncoast Properties. It's a boutique-style real estate agency here in Clearwater. And I specialize in residential properties, mostly in Tampa Bay area, Florida, of course.
So how long have you been in business in real estate?
About 7 years. I was born and raised in Poland, so I moved here in '95. So altogether in this area, I have been living 16 years. So I'm very familiar with the entire Tampa Bay.
Yes, and I'm familiar with you being here. This is why we're talking, because of your exposure and how you get out there, the dedication. I see your dedication, and we'll talk about that more as we go into our little talk here, all the calls you make, and just the tenacity of you and your ability to continue focus on what your business is. That's why you're here. So as a broker, what do you see as the opportunities today? You know, this is a volatile market we're in. A lot of people have a lot of questions. What do you see the opportunities in, say, the single family market?
Okay, well, this is a challenging market for sellers, but it's a great market for buyers. So in Florida, obviously, you're looking for more residential type of properties. The most popular properties are waterfront. Prices are very inexpensive now, so I would think that would be one of the best buys, as well as the first-time homebuyer properties, starter homes between 110 and 170, and multifamily, because you can make some residual income out of them as well.
Right. I've had a few single families and triplexes, duplexes, quads. I love those multis because you're never always vacant.
Exactly.
If you have one, two, even with a fourplex, if you've got 2 vacancies, you're still 50% full.
Occupied.
The single family, if you have 1 vacancy, you're 100% unoccupied.
Exactly.
No good. So, but anyway, how can people get bank financing today in these troubled times?
Okay. Well, today financing is very traditional. You have to be a qualified buyer. You have to have at least 640 credit scores. You have to have money down. And debt to income ratio is also very important. You have to have no lapses on your job for at least 2 years. So it's a different way of financing than 2005 with stated income 110% loans. It's a very traditional way.
Right. Now you were saying that 640 is the bottom. It's like a B minus.
Yes, exactly.
And that's a minimum that the banks are looking to get. Is that credit score of 640?
That's correct. 620, 640. It really depends on the bank.
All right. So along these lines, what are some of the mistakes that first-time home buyers are making out there?
I think the first and the biggest mistake that the first-time home buyer would make is not hiring a professional buyer's agent to help them step by step in the whole process of buying. Because this is probably one of the biggest financial investments that they will make in their life. And not knowing the laws, not knowing the values, not knowing how to negotiate, not knowing about all of the liabilities on the inspections may create more problems that they would really want to see in the future. So having professional buyer's agent would be the most important thing for them, as well as getting pre-qualified before you go shopping. So you don't have to worry about the money. You just have to worry if you like the house or you don't. You already know your payment, you already know your down payment, you know your interest rates. It's just much less stress to shop for properties if you qualify.
Right, and then when you do get that good deal, you're ready to jump.
To make an offer right away.
Yeah, and you're qualified. That seller looks at you with more respect and, hey, that's qualified, they're ready to go. They are a buyer, not just a tire kicker.
Exactly.
So what are some of your favorite online resources?
One of the websites that I like the most for education is realtor.com. There's also other websites like Trulia or Zillow that are very popular for buyers. And of course, my website is full of information for first-time home buyers, short sale properties, bank owned, do's and don'ts.
And you get a great newsletter too. AleksandraHomes.com. I love it. You do a great job with that.
Thank you.
And I really do mean that because you really come out, you really work it.
Yes.
You work. You work.
I work, exactly.
You work. All right. So now, what are some of the mistakes that home sellers make?
I think the biggest mistake would be not pricing the property correctly, meaning narrowing the market versus opening the market. A lot of home sellers that are selling properties have bought properties within the last 5 years at the top market. So their prices are based on what they pay for, how much money they put in, and what they owe, which is not based on the market values in 2011. So that would be a very frustrating road because about 3,000 of properties expire every month in MLS, and a lot of those properties have been already listed 1 or twice before, so those sellers have been on the market minimum 6 to 12 months.
Right, now this is where your value proposition comes in. You say, look, I'm going to show you a listing presentation, I'm going to be real with you, I'm going to show you all the facts, figures, and show you how I will sell your home in 74 days if you listen to me, because this is realistic and I can work with you. So this is how you do that. I see that. It's rare because a lot of times the agents will inflate the price just to get the listing, knowing they're going to knock that poor seller down, and you see them after the 3rd or 4th time, and you have to be honest with them. I think they finally get it.
Yeah.
So it's nice of you to just be honest up front. That's another thing I really respect about you.
The first thing I tell to the seller is I'm not here to get another listing. Anybody can get the listing. I'm here to help you sell the property. And in order to sell it, you have to play the game with the market. You have to know the statistics, and you have to have very strong marketing behind it, as well as sales skills, because internet doesn't sell houses. Salespeople do.
Awesome, I love that. That's, you know, drive that point home, you know, drive that point home. So I hear that you're coming out with a new .tv real estate show. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're going to be doing on that show?
It's going to be a very exciting show. I will have a lot of guests, a lot of vendors. I also will have buyers and sellers on the show. You can hear directly from the buyers what they are looking for in this market and how they're choosing the properties. As well as I will be showcasing all of the listings that I have, and many different real estate news and tips, do's and don'ts for this market.
Right, and I see this is going to be a great adjunct to your newsletter because of the information you have there. I mean, there's so much more you can bring forth, and all the service providers in the area that help facilitate these real estate transactions, the financers, the appraisers,
title companies, transaction coordinators,
surveyors. I mean, it just, and they have to be trusted, they have to be efficient. So these are people you can bring up so they can talk about what they do and how they do it and who you trust, why you trust them, and then satisfied clients, customers. That's going to be great educational.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's not only educational as well. I will be bringing the hottest properties from the market and introducing it to people. I will tell you why you should buy this home versus this one. So I will be picking the best investments.
Ooh,
so it's be hands-on as well.
So people who list with you are going to get some real high definition exposure across the boards. Very cool, very cool. So how can people contact you for more information?
They can contact me directly at 727-385-1696 or go to my website, aleksandrahomes.com.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you with us. We'll leave it at that.
And
I look forward to turning on that .tv show.
Me too.
Thank you.
Thank you.